increase or decrease in Earth's volume, the living balance of the planet. Kardec asks, does the Earth grow or shrink over time? At first glance, one might suppose that the continuous geological transformations, eruptions, sedimentations, erosions, and cosmic impacts, change the size of the planet. But he clarifies that everything in the universe is maintained in balance, and that the observed changes are merely redistributions of matter, with no absolute loss or gain. The Earth is therefore a living and stable system whose harmony is maintained by divine wisdom. Modern geophysics confirms this view. Thanks to satellite measurements, it is known that the Earth's average radius remains practically constant, 6,371 kilometers. Tectonic movements, volcanoes, and erosions only redistribute matter between the surface and deep layers, without altering the total volume. The planet breathes, but does not grow or shrink. It simply adjusts, like a living being regulating its own balance. However, there are continuous exchanges of energy and matter between Earth and the cosmos. Every day, about 40 tons of cosmic dust penetrate the atmosphere, coming from space. At the same time, Earth loses some of its light gases to outer space. These exchanges, although constant, are balanced, maintaining the planet's mass virtually unchanged. Kardec, even without today's scientific instruments, already intuited this principle of universal conservation, a reflection of the perfection of divine laws. Astrophysics shows that the sun, through its radiation, also influences Earth's volume and density. Solar energy heats the core and the crust, causing small cyclic expansions and contractions. These variations, measured in millimeters per century, confirm the dynamic and pulsating nature of the planet without indicating actual growth or shrinkage. Balance is maintained because the universe is governed by forces that mutually compensate each other. In the spiritual plan, Kardec explains that the physical balance of the Earth reflects the moral balance of humanity. When man lives in disharmony with divine laws, it causes imbalances in the environment. And these imbalances manifest as ecological, climatic, and social crises. Thus, the conservation of the planet also depends on the moral elevation of its inhabitants. The Earth is a spiritual organism as much as it is a physical one. Modern planetary physics confirms that the interior of the Earth remains active. The residual heat from its core, resulting from the radioactive decay of heavy elements, maintains magma movement and the magnetic field. This incandescent heart is a symbol of the planet's spiritual vitality, comparable to the inner fire of the spirit that animates the human body. The Earth is, in essence, an evolving being, not an inert machine. Some past theorists imagined that the planet was shrinking over time due to heat loss. Current science refutes this hypothesis. Heat flow decreases slowly, but is compensated by natural processes. The planet adjusts itself in a self-regulating balance, a perfect expression of the law of conservation of energy, a principle that Kardec recognized as a direct manifestation of divine intelligence. Spiritualism, when interpreting nature through a moral lens, adds that the Earth, as a spiritual school, also undergoes phases of expansion and contraction, not physical, but vibrational. As humanity progresses, the planet's magnetic and fluidic fields expand, becoming more subtle. This transformation, invisible to human eyes, is the true growth of the Earth, the growth of the collective consciousness that inhabits it. Modern astrobiology corroborates this holistic view. Each planet, in its vital cycle, tends toward internal harmony, adapting to the cosmic laws that sustain it. The balance between increase and decrease is the mark of universal perfection. Nothing is lost. Nothing is created without purpose. Everything transforms under God's gaze. Thus, Kardec foresaw what science now confirms. The Earth is a living organism in constant renewal, whose mass remains stable because its forces are perfectly balanced. It grows only in light and consciousness, as its spiritual children evolve. If this reflection inspired you with reverence for the divine wisdom that governs the world, share it. Because understanding the increase or decrease in the Earth's volume is recognizing that the true expansion of the planet is not physical, but spiritual, the broadening of the human soul towards the light.